What season is it, hard hitters? Nah, not just only rematch season, but it's duck season. KTFO Info Round 11. Hey fighters out there, you either gonna type or fight. May I have your attention?
Oh no, say it ain't so, hard hitters. It can't be duck season, is it? Yep, yes indeed. Hard hitters of the world today, it's your number one troll staying out of control, Chuck P. C-Ville's finest. And the word of the day is, that's right, hard hitters, you guessed it.
Ducking.
Bingo. So before we get into this sermon, hey hard hitters, there's light at the end of the tunnel, I see. This pandemic will almost be over with. So in this episode, I'm gonna be the vaccine and shoot some real shit. Let's start things off with the hot topic. Oh, Oscar. So at the press conference, an announcement was made with Snoop Dogg, and he had Oscar De La Hoya. He had his cross-dressing ass up on the stage with him. And he said that he'll be making his return July 3rd. No one knows who he's going to go up against yet, but I'll definitely keep y'all posted. Look at this. First name Dillian, middle name wishing he was, last name White. He's indeed back in business, beating... I was about to say his real name, but scratch that. This motherfucker beat COVID Povetkin. This motherfucker Povetkin was so fucked up, I thought somebody had put something in his motherfucking water. This motherfucker was stumbling all down the ramp, getting all into the ring, and almost looked like some shit that once upon a time I had already seen. They asked Fuck Boy what was next for him, and he said, "Hey, did you see that Trevor Bryan fight?" The reporter responded by saying, "Who?" "Trevor Bryan. You know, he's one of only Don King's disciples left. He just won the WBA regular title, and I want him next." The reporter said, "Nah, motherfucker, fuck all of that. How about a fight between you and Deontay Wilder?" He choked up a little bit. He was like, oh yeah, I would love to go to Alabama and beat his ass, knowing damn well Master Eddie is going to protect his ass. Let's move on. Let's move on from one Eddie henchman to another, and Derek Ward Chisora. So Derek just added Buddy McGirt to his team. But he said, "Man, I'm so goddamn tired of seeing your black ass take all these losses. Let's see if I can show your ass a trick or two." Then you got Joseph Peter Parker, who just added Andy Lee to his camp. This fight's going down real soon. I'll talk about it more just a little later. So next we have more news coming from the WBC and the biggest con, Mauricio Sulaiman. He has now given another fucking franchise trophy to Estrada for his win over Chocolatito, and I didn't even think he won the fucking fight. Oh, and more bullshit behind his franchise trophy. Once again, the biggest con, Mauricio Suleiman, he changes the rules when it comes to this bullshit. Now, the franchise champion can challenge the regular WBC champion regardless if he has mandatories or not. And let me tell you something, hard hitters. He's going to change this shit again next month. Now let's get into the real reason for this episode. Well, hard hitters, it's officially duck season. So I decided to come up with a top 5 list of duckers in this motherfucker. Shall we begin?
Duck number 5, Jamal Charlo.
Oh shit, nah. That's right, hard hitters. Jamal Charlo. Now, usually I rock with the Charlos. You know, they've been handling business for the most part. But it seems Jamal has gotten a little comfortable being in a weight class he already passed. To the point where even he said that he would move up to 168 and fight a young David Benavidez. Once David called him on his bluff, Jamal got to quacking like a motherfucker. He was saying, I don't want to fight any fighters under 25, and, you know, I need the fighter to be vaccinated before they fight me. Since then, David had made another attempt at trying to reach Jamal Charlo, but Maul has gone silent. Mr. Lions only? Or are you lying, homie?
Duck number 4, Tyson Fury.
Oh, hell yeah. And you already know why. We all know about this whole Wilder Fury saga. This shit has almost gotten bigger than the motherfucking OJ case. Tyson Fury and Wilder had a contractual agreement for a third fight, and Tyson Fury has indeed tried to avoid Wilder like he got the fucking COVID. So y'all already know that's why he made number 4.
Duck number 3, Oscar Valdez.
You wasn't expecting that, was you? That's right, Oscar Valdez. Now, Oscar had an amazing win over Burchell. But what about the young lion who's been on your ass for a little while now, and Shakur Stevenson? Hard hitters, once upon a time, Shakur had the opportunity to fight Valdez, but Oscar was told
you could use the ducking method
and proceeded to vacate his title and got out the division. Now Shakur is right back on his ass, and Oscar is steady saying, I'll pass. Stop
ducking,
motherfucker.
Duck number 2, Teofimo Lopez.
You got it. Teofimo Lopez. The new lightweight king from what it seems. But once no other premier lightweights in particular, Devin the Dream. I had realized Devin's dad and Teo's dad had a conversation and they agreed to fight for $4 million. Only for Teofimo to see Devin's promoter Eddie Hearn and then demand $10 million, overpricing himself. Teo, stop fucking
ducking,
motherfucker. Now before we get into the duck that landed number 1, let's get into some honorable mentions, shall we?
Ryan Garcia.
Lion Ryan. So sticking with the lightweights, Ryan Garcia, who also should be mentioned, is also ducking Devin the Dream Haney. You know, he told his promoter Eddie Hearn that, hey, I'm really not too impressed, and I'm not so excited by Devin the Dream Haney. Motherfucker, it ain't about him exciting your little punk ass. Y'all motherfuckers are supposed to excite us, okay? Mr. Mandatory, why don't you cash in and stop fucking
ducking,
motherfucker?
Manny Pacquiao.
The legend, Pac-Man. Now, I really don't want to come too hard on Pac-Man because, you know, he has slayed the fuck out of his prey back in his day. plus adding on to the new class with Broner and Thurman's ass. But we gotta keep it real here in the Ville Hard Hitters, because our beloved motherfucker is definitely
ducking
Errol Spence. The more I think about it, Pac-Man showed up to the Spence and Garcia fight, alright? And I'm thinking Pac-Man was crazy enough to think Mikey was going to actually win that fight, and he was going to get in the ring to challenge Mikey. Remember, Errol was the one who called Pac-Man in the ring after the fight, and Pac-Man almost didn't want to acknowledge him, but you know he was on the spot, which is why it wouldn't surprise me, and it shouldn't surprise anybody if he picks Mikey to fight next, because that's the guy he originally wanted to fight in the first damn place. Not to mention, he ducking the fuck out of Terrence Crawford. He been ducking his motherfucking ass, what, for about 8 fucking years? So Manny, if you don't plan on fighting Mikey, do us hard hitters a favor, Mr. Legendary, and stop
ducking
motherfucker. You damn right. Man, Canelo has simply just been dodging black crime fighters ever since he got a taste of those slick ass black motherfuckers who was giving him a hard time or even schooling his ass. The black fighters he did fight at the Lara were not even in their fucking prime. Kirkland wasn't, and by looking at his couple of previous fights, Danny Jacobs wasn't the same either. You did come out and say you would never fight another Mexican fighter, right? Right? When this guy started looking like a threat. And you have been ducking these two, Maul and Boo for fucking years now. So yes, this concludes my top 5
ducking
ass motherfuckers. This shit needs to stop, y'all.
Amnesia beast, don't forget the money, man.
Let's get into these confirmed fight dates. I gotta admit, hard hitters, it's been fun investing time and interest into bantamweight contender, soon to be champion Ebony Bridges. She's been training hard for a big opportunity against Shannon Courtney tomorrow, but you know she took the time out for us hard hitters. Check this out.
Hey guys, just a big shout out to my boy Chuck from the Ville Boxing channel and all his hard hitters. Guys, make sure you tune into my fight on April 10 for the WBA Bantamweight World title against Shannon Courtney in the UK. It'll be on DAZN and Sky.
Ebony Bridges versus Shannon Courtney this Saturday on DAZN. Go get that belt, Ebony. Later that night, we got the feature of the welterweight division, Jerron Bruce Ennis in action for the IBO title against Sergey Lipinets. Then Joe Smith Jr., he'll be holding it down for the Bob Father on the other side of the street, so tune in on ESPN. Next week we got Boo Boo Andrade going against Liam Williams, and what I'm thinking will be a good fight and win for Boo Boo. Don't forget to check out my guy Tony Superbad Harrison as he returns to action on Fox the same night. Then we gonna backdoor that one next week with another Golden Boy rising star, Jaime Munguia, going up against Selecki. Shit, the last time I saw Selecki, he was getting his ass schooled by Boo Boo. This should be easy work for Munguia. Then make sure you got your split screen. Make sure you got it working, hard hitters, because at the same time, we got Never Ready going up against Diaz on ESPN. Then the next week on May 1st, a fight I'll be covering, Joseph Parker takes on Dale Boy, Derek Ward Chisora, and this is subtitled Unfinished Business. These two will finally get to settle the score the first day of May. Then later that night, I mentioned him earlier, Lara. He'll be in action right before the big pay-per-view with Andy Ruiz versus Chris Arreola. It's going down, hard hitters. Lots of action the first day of May. After Canelo and Billy Joe on the 8th, we turn our attention to Zepeda as he goes up against Rodriguez. Then the next week, we finally found somebody with some balls, y'all, because Jorge Linares has stepped up to the plate to try to take out the young feared lion, Devin the Dream Haney. Looking forward to this one. Then the next week we got Teofimo Lopez, the king of the lightweights, putting it all on the line against Kambosos, and which should be easy work for Teo. Then sometime after that, we'll have Lion Ryan Garcia taking on Javier Fortuna in a fight that means absolutely nothing, because the winner is supposed to challenge Devin Haney. I got Lion Ryan pulling this fight out, so it doesn't mean a damn thing. So another one in the books, hard hitters. I hope you enjoyed the special duck season edition of KTFO Info. We're finishing strong this season, hard hitters, and I'll be back for the season finale, May 14th. Have y'all rolling with some trolling to put a bow on this show. So until then, let's be rid of COVID. And before y'all step out on the scene, get your vaccine. Chuck P. C-Ville's finest. I'm out.